out. It's Ada from Poison Rock, and we give a welcome back with Bati Batt. We can say now part of the family of Poison Rock. So welcome back, Bati. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? I'm happy to be back. Excited.
Me too. Because of course I don't know how it's going, this will show in the end. We're just gonna make talk a little bit about like some weird things, something connected to your aesthetic, your fashion, of your music, of your look. So before going into the main core, we're just gonna start with some stupid question. So I have no clue what this question look like because I'm scrolling for the first time here, so it's kind of a live interview, but even if it's recorded. So one of the first question that's I'm just reading here is gonna be, so number one, what would you do about if you find a dead body in a hotel room?
God, I guess I have to call the cops and be a law-abiding citizen.
Oh,
So I didn't be seen walking into that room and then leaving and not saying anything because then,
yeah,
I'd have to say something.
like, oh wait, there is someone that here. And just to say, I'm opening the door now. I'm not the one committed the crime.
I didn't bring this with me. I swear, it's not mine.
Yeah, of course. I told you these are really creepy, weird questions. And another one,
Love it.
like, what has been the most embarrassing things you ever worn?
Worn?
Yeah.
Well, in sixth grade, when I thought I was a little artist, I tried to make a corset out of duct tape
Okay.
and wore it to school.
Okay.
Second period because it was just not. I just ended up wrapping duct tape around myself. Yeah. Never wanted to be a fashion designer.
And of course, let's bring a, since we're speaking about fashion designer and opening an interesting part, like one of the things that we're going to talk, and one of serious question now, but it's been like, who was and if who has been the most influential, let's say, person in your fashion taste?
I don't know. Um,
Like, where you
I
from? Yeah.
I like to be comfortable and I like all of my clothes to be black. So, um, but I do love, I guess just kind of like an I don't know, to be honest. I really like wearing like athletic clothing.
Oh, yeah, I
I
mean,
just like the look of that a lot.
they are
But like thinking of like a specific person, yeah. I know I got a little jumper on.
me too.
Um it's so comfy. But like thinking of like a person, I don't really know if I have a specific person. I don't
Like
know.
in general, for your own, like when you have, for example, to go to a show or something where, of course, maybe require, let's say, not gym clothes, more something that you have to put all together. Where comes more the influence from you? Like, not the influence, like okay, open my wardrobe and you just go with the first clothes you find, or just you find like yeah, that's
Crop top and leggings, that's just kind of what I go for.
you see,
I'm
we
not
have
trying to impress anybody.
but that's important, what, but what you touch is something really like, because many women in fashion, whatever, they're saying we hate leggings, we hate the skinny jeans. What the fuck? Please, let's say leggings are fucking comfortable, and if you buy the right one, they can even put your butt up. So
Yep. I was gonna say I'm going to see Whitechapel in March, and it's gonna be a black crop top and black leggings.
thank you for saying that.
That's it.
We're dressed the same. We should exchange it. We should exchange
I
wardrobe.
know, I know, but like over in Italy, isn't it like people are way more strict with like what they wear?
No, they are copying, let's say, I think now here, what I'm seeing about, especially the teenager, that I have no idea, is coming back those kind of Tumblr, back in the days, Tumblr aesthetic, like gigantic XXL shirts
Oh,
with a
oh
gigantic
yes.
skirt. and Dr. Martens, kind of those Tumblr aesthetic. And I was like, it's cool, but I think if you have just wear, I prefer leggings, to be honest. Like just leggings and a crop top, like you said. It's even good
Yeah.
if you look yourself in the mirror because it's flattering for yourself also. But no, they don't have any sense of taste here in fashion. No, I think we are getting closer to German people. We are literally getting closer to German people,
I mean,
like white socks and Birkenstock.
see, like my family in France, it's like when I was kids and like my grandparents were taking my sister and I to like McDonald's and like my grandparents put on a suit and dress and like fancy clothes. And I'm like, we're just dog. Like I just wear sweatpants every day. Like you're going to McDonald's and you're wearing a pantsuit.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I say. That's why I
French
think
people.
it's important that people should wear things that whatever they want. If you are able to wear even white socks and Birkenstock, do it. It's horrible to see, but I don't care. You're cozy, fine. I see that I don't like.
Oh, I'm sure oh yeah, no, the Birkenstocks and socks. That's like a specific part of the country, but that's definitely a thing here.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those
It's
things
like the
like
hippies.
yeah, even worse because I think sometimes some in the summer, I think hippies in the summer are the best wardrobe in the summer because all those, floral dress, like even DIY dress, dye the kind of grungy style dress.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Yep.
beautiful, barefoot. That's amazing. But in the winter, we rule. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, so of course, like, but also something that also came into from the styling yourself like we understood already that you're like whatever, it's cozy for me, don't care how I look. But what did it, you always been like this even when you were younger?
No. So when I was a teenager, I was obsessed with this chick that's in the underground scene who goes by the name 666. I was obsessed with her fashion and I wanted to be her when I was like 14, 15. And like she had the giant dreadfalls, like the mini skirts with like the five different pairs of like ripped up stockings or like the thigh high on one leg and then the other leg was bare.
Okay,
And like I wanted to be her. So
okay.
I guess that's where I can say it. But then it's like I'm too lazy for this shit to do that every day. So I'm just like I'm
Of
just gonna
course.
get a fuck ton of tattoos and just wear plain black clothing and call it a day because
Yeah,
I don't
it's
have to think about putting these on every day. It's like that's my equivalent of like dressing like that.
yeah, we have this, that's enough, that's enough, that's
Yes,
us.
exactly. Yep.
That's enough. But also like because of course when you show me like the merchandise with the tarot cards and everything, that's really cool. And that's a claim like that this kind of witchy vibes that is in your also in your merchandise because your merchandise is, let's say, have a certain, don't want to say style but print of its own. It's kind of unique. So of course, where it takes inspiration. I mean, how do you combine that? Because you can just put your name on a shirt, BatiBatt, sell it.
Yeah, no, because then it's just kind of like, eh.
Yeah,
But I don't know. Some people might see it and they're like, "Fuck yeah, brother." I don't know. I just like I like a very specific style, and like I know other people have done this style, and um, I don't know. It's just like the dark. Like I think I talked about it last time, but just like the darkness, but like with beauty in it,
yeah,
and it's like that's how I like it, and I guess that just goes towards like
yeah.
the witchy aesthetic
Yeah.
and that kind of area.
Yeah, and about also the witchiness in general, it's something that of course you just put it like, for example, like as a surface interest, like just I don't know, in the sex accessories, or I don't know, just to look at, or it's something that goes more deeper, like we say to the people like, in a spiritual way, for example, or it's just something that you like, okay, I like it, that's it. It's not something.
No.
It's also we just clarify that
Sorry.
to the people.
Um, No, like I believe in and I appreciate the people that like are and like practice like paganism and like
Yeah,
go out and like understand all that shit because it's like, bro, I would love to do that, but like I don't know anybody in my life who because I need to like sit down one on one with someone to like teach me
yeah,
because I think way too much into it. So if I sat down and like learned it or taught myself, I'd be afraid of like fucking something up because I believe so wholeheartedly in
yeah,
like that energy.
yeah,
So I appreciate it and I want to incorporate it in what I do because of it's a belief that I have.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like I'm not just doing it just for like an aesthetic or just like, oh, I know other people like it, so I'll do it. Like, no, it's definitely something that I hold,
Kind of
if
calls
that's the
you,
correct words.
kind of calls you, but you know, there's no practice outside them more than like, let's say, deep connection, something like that. There is a kind of connection.
Yes.
Yes. And of course, like
Like
there are different, it's like, for example, like the crystal. You like it, but for knowing all in details, you have to study it all. And it's a lot
yes.
behind it. And you have then to have to just connecting, meditating. So you have to find the time. So since I think that's at least me, I'm more practical as a human being. It's takes a lot to even you know, just kind of feelings that thing. It's like, for example, aromatherapy. When you have the smell of lavender, you're chilling out. So since I was talking about smell, and it's a film, there's something that you like as a smell. I don't know. It's a weird question too, but we are here for weird question. Like one of your favorite scents, smell could be cookie, could be I don't know, dough, could be gasoline. Who cares?
Eucalyptus, definitely. Like eucalyptus and like peppermint are my
I
favorites.
love it.
Oh, there's just it's crispy. It's nice.
I
I do. I also like. I'm not too much into like sweet smells. Like I don't like
yeah,
coconut. I don't like vanilla. I don't like any of that shit. But like an apple, like
I
a
love apple,
spiced apple kind of smell.
apple and ginger.
That's like
Coming back to this fucking weird thing. This
yeah.
is another question. Which would be the nicest animal if animals could only talk? Just like for you, which would be like a nice animal to see talk?
Dogs.
I
Dogs all day.
like shut up, other animals. I want dog.
Like the my dog that I had who passed away last year, she was a pit bull German short hair pointer, and pointers, I don't know if you know, are the most vocal dogs ever. And that bitch would whine all the time. But like if you could talk, you could tell me what you want instead of me having to figure out what your whines are. But like those, I still think I hear them every now and then.
So okay, so we figure out that I
But
mean I think we most of people want that dogs or cat talks like domestic animals, let's say. Dave goes to animals to other I don't know, make this question. I don't even know the website. Which superpower would you not want? Not would you want, would you not want?
what I not want, but there's so many superpower like options. I feel like reading minds because if you had to like learn how to control that and you couldn't, like you would just hear everybody's thoughts and probably just
Can be so
that's how I see it.
it's a confusing, like just hearing their voice all the time, plus your own head too. Like if
Yeah, like that would drive me nuts.
so
I couldn't control it.
and you also but you discover a beautiful island upon you can build your own society. So here I'm going to politics, and you can make even the rules, which can be the first rules. So you're basically the governor of this island. Which will be the first rules you will
Oh
put
boy.
in this island? Like no rules at all.
No, just be like everybody just like do your part to make this place run. Like nobody is better than anybody. Everybody just works together to keep
Yeah,
this place running. So
yeah.
uh
It was like when which is like would be like the first song that we would find on your own old iPod, like like the iPod, old iPod. Like usually you would
Be a
listen, let's
song.
say, let's make it easier. They usually you would listen easily, like back in the day when it was the iPod. Jesus Christ. We
Oh
are
man,
older.
I know. I mean, back in the day, I was obsessed with Whitechapel too. Like they were on all the time. Um,
Whitechapel is the theme of this interview.
um, ah, thinking about when I got my first music thing.
Yeah, of course, I say iPod, but could be any.
Probably ICP. You'd probably find some fucking ICP song in my.
But of course, like you are a lot in the musical underground and in the music underground scene. There is a because of course it's important also to come back to the music itself. In an interview, of course, we are not. I'm not like a fashion podcast. In your own point of view, there are like really valid, let's say, two advice to people, underground artists, of course, besides you. Like, and this similar to your own genre that you maybe would like to suggest or of your own taste, so we can say just to give them a shout out to. I think it's important.
There is a band that I've been in contact with. If you've heard of them, Never Obey Again. They're in Italy.
Okay, that's cool. No, I had never heard of them.
Oh my God. The lead singer, Carol, she is incredible singer. And they're a very, very friendly band, very humble. And
Okay.
I hope to see them like blow up because I see them like hustling.
Oh,
And I'm like, they're great. But it's funny, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, and I know they tour around
a lot.
Italy and all that. But yeah, that's definitely, I think, a band to talk to for
Yeah.
sure.
And here they talk about the nemesis. So, if there would be a nemesis of Bati, which characteristic she or he would have? I told I'm random.
Just obnoxious manipulator narcissist. That is my nemesis. That is my ultimate nemesis, and that's my ex-boyfriend. That is my. Oh God.
Yeah, so no, but that's
Yep.
big. That's a big nemesis. I mean, there are so many nemesis there, like this. I think it's the nemesis of everyone, the narcissistic, except of narcissistic people. They're not their nemesis. They should make it
I
a school to teach them how to be not narcissistic. Of course.
oh God. There's some like narcissists like I that I viewed that like have been diagnosed narcissists and like take it
Yeah.
and actually try to be better, and then there's just the free ballers that think they don't need help and they just go around and let everybody know how awful they are.
Yeah, and they brag about them. I am a narcissist. I mean, one is what advice would you give to someone that they find themselves, for example, stuck in a situation with some narcissist, for example?
Don't react. Don't don't start acting like them to try to teach them a lesson of what they're doing to you because they're just gonna feed off of it. Just literally do not react.
Yeah,
It might take 5 years, but they'll go away eventually.
or run away, or
Like
run away.
it,
Don't talk
or
about
they'll
it.
just find some yeah, they'll find somebody else to
Yeah,
put their fucking bullshit on.
yeah, of course. And then we go to serious things and to things really stupid, like have you ever had an extremely bad and embarrassing haircut?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, maybe not extremely bad, but I remember just like as a teenager, my friend at the time wanted to be a hairdresser, so I let her cut bangs, and the bangs were just
What was it
very
about?
uneven. Uh,
It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
And everybody around her was like, "Oh my God, they're so good. You're gonna be such a great hairdresser." And it's like, I hope so.
What do you think about banks? Don't mind me. Because sometimes,
No, I,
I I want to my banks to grow, like we have the And the last question: do I should cut my bangs? I should make my bangs get longer? Blah blah blah. Oh, it's always like I don't know what to do. So you're a bang types of girl, or you're like more I don't care whatever about that too.
No, I love bangs. I think yours look great. I think you pull them off very well. I think
What is that? What is the least important things that is very important to you right now? Like something that maybe could be not important for everyone, but for you is really important.
oh God, what is important? I just think it's
Like my
um
tattoos, but tattoos are important.
yeah, okay. Maybe important thing to me is like what type of like hair products I use. Like
That's
some people
okay.
don't give a shit, but I'm
Yes,
a psycho about it.
yes,
Okay, there we go.
find it. Perfect, perfect. And of course, do you think that you could be friends with a clone of yourself?
It depends on what mood of the day will be happening.
Which is the best move, the best part of the day, the worst.
Oh God. I mean, I feel like me being a clone, I would at least understand, like, all right, that's the mood. I know how to handle that mood. But yeah, maybe, probably, I don't know. I can be infuriating sometimes.
It's
So
okay.
maybe.
And of course, like before we just came in, because this is just I say to the people, it's just kind of a to get to know better the artist. And of course, one of the nicest things that I wanted to ask you is like one of your nicest memory of your entire life, like even recently, like memory you have, nicest memory could be like from growing up, from yesterday, from this morning, from anything of your life that just came to you.
My nicest memory,
Yeah, something nice that comes to you like now in the first pop up in your mind.
probably. So, I went to a like a hippie party in like the middle of the desert, of the Californian desert. Like
Okay.
it was just like a compound of people, and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
friend of ours who's from Italy. She's an incredible singer. Her name is Luna. She's an incredible singer, and she was performing there, and we just did mushrooms and Molly, and but it was just like I don't know, like going back to my moodiness, like I deal with certain things. So like if I take like mushrooms or Molly, like it
Yeah,
just alleviates all of my negative feelings and weight. And it's like that moment, it was just like hanging out with friends. We were all of our guards that are constantly up were just like gone. And I don't know, laying on the desert floor staring up at the stars was just like
not even good.
just dope. And like everybody was happy and like getting along, and like nobody gave a shit about like
Yeah,
any of the other person's like livelihood. And it was just like, this is dope.
yeah,
So I'd
but
say that's probably like,
yeah, but I think that when you do that, you should use it like when you have a good mood, because if it's like what like alcohol. If you drink, maybe you're not in the right mood. Yes, it doesn't go maybe the best. Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
of course, like, and again, before ending, we go back to BatiBatt music. We want to give your one of your song suggested to the people. I like no one of the song that you don't like, the one of the that you don't like the most. Like this is maybe my not my best song, but we suggest to give it to people as advice.
Okay, so that would probably be Death March
Okay.
from my first album. I mean, I really don't like a lot of songs on that album anyways. But like that song was just like so forced. And like I just wrote things, and I'm like, I listened to it and I'm like, the fuck does any of this even mean? Like,
If that
it's just like,
Yeah, if they like, if they listen it and like it, meaning that they love it, they're gonna love the even more the next singles and music. So
yeah. So that's like my advice on that one is just like, don't force it. Like, don't force writing a song just for the fact of like doing another song, because then it's like there's no like magic to it. It's just kind of like
Yeah. Yeah, I
it's
got it.
like, all right, there you go. It's a filler. And it's just yeah, it's just kind
Yeah.
of like and then yeah, a few years later you're gonna look back and be like,
Yeah. Let's always say to people, we have no idea, both of us, which the fucking question are. So, for example, if you have, this is not the happiest question, but if you have one day left to live, how this day would look like? Let's say your perfect day, how would it be? It's better.
um start it off, go get a coffee, go to the gym, go actually no, I'd probably skip the gym because the fuck does it matter at that point. Um uh go pet some dogs.
Oh,
I love dogs.
me
Uh
too.
I love them so much. Probably just play. I don't know, play some video games, go to sleep. See ya. Like,
Which video games? I want to know which video games would like to play, of course, because we have a lot of video games nerd and people here around the world.
video games definitely the Resident Evil games. They're
Okay.
some of my favorite. They're
Yeah.
fun. God of War, especially like the newer ones. I have like never played a video game that like made me feel and like God of War Ragnarok was probably the most incredible fucking game I've played. I like it because it's like, well, I also liked it when they did the Greek mythology because they did like the accurate gods and like how fucked up they are. And then like going to now the Norse mythology and how like they did the accurate gods. And I mean, of course, they screwed up like the story, like the like stories and like incorporated the God of
Yeah.
War and all that. Um, but it's cool because like they actually
Yeah.
it's not like the Marvel shit like with Thor and Loki and all that. Like it's the actual like what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like it is cool. So like you're learning as you're playing. Because like every time like I'd learn like a new god would come up, like I would like search it and like I'm like, damn, pretty spot on. And Thor wasn't like a beautiful ripped golden haired ripped
Yeah, it
man.
was
No,
Chris
he was
Hemsworth.
obese. Yeah, he was the obese redhead that he is. That's the drunk, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. It's
Even
like
better.
it's real.
But I love,
Yeah,
yeah. But I love the Resident Evil. It's really like, especially when you start to playing it when you are a teenager. The old one, the fuck was scary. But like, what the fuck is that? Like with the first PlayStation, like it is still 2D, like 3D kind of pixelated
yeah,
things moving. It was even creepier. Now there, you know what you expect. When it was released, you didn't know what the hell it was. There was no TV shows, no movies, nothing about Resident Evil yet. It's the beginning of everything.
you know it's like crazy. So I can't get into the Resident Evil games until like recently. Like I played the
Yeah.
seventh, I played the fifth. I thought they were really fun. I started playing the second, but then I lost that Steam account and I just haven't picked it back up since. But oh my god, the eighth I thought was incredible, like such an incredible game. Just like the villain, each villain, and then just like each puzzle you had to do with like each house. And I'm like, it's fucking crazy. But it's like such a popular game like that, and
Yeah.
like nobody has gotten it right, like with a TV or like a movie adaptation. I'm like,
Is it
like it's I don't get it. Like,
like is another level?
it's just like I mean, I guess when they did the OG like Resident Evil movies, like
Yeah.
they kind of kept it to the games but created their own story with it. But it's like the Welcome to Raccoon City, it's like, what the fuck was that? And then the Resident Evil show they tried on Netflix, it was like, what the fuck was that? I don't know, like I didn't even watch it. I just seen the previews and I'm like, no, dude.
Yeah, of course.
So
So you basically called the another question that wasn't even on the list here. You're more a TV shows person or a movie person?
I say TV shows.
Which was like the best one you watched so far, like even recently? Because if we go far of this, too many TV shows.
Uh Game of Thrones. Always.
Always. You're a Game of Thrones person.
Oh fuck yeah. What was it? I heard someone say it's like French people love Game of Thrones, and like every French person that I've met is obsessed with Game of Thrones, and I'm like, oh.
Let's say the worst TV show you watch, like never watch again, never, wasted time. Even if you watch the pilot, that's already wasted time if you didn't like it.
Reality TV from America is just
From
so bad.
all over the world, because what they change is just the name and the language, but the thing is all the same. It's fake, and it's gossiping, and it's fake.
Yeah,
everyone is fake. And what if they call you for a TV reality show, like oh, you know, Bati, we would love to have you on a reality show. Would you came? Would you be part of this? Like, for example, I don't know, like Love Island. Would you like to be on Love Island, or I don't know, what housewife or something? What would you say answer to them?
Absolutely not. I was told I could get on Jerry Springer, and I was like, absolutely not. Yeah. But I did do a pilot for a tattoo show when I was 19, and
Okay.
and I'm glad it didn't go through because the way I would have been used on that show was not in my favor. So yeah, it's because I was just the dumb young girl, then they would prioritize that.
Yeah.
So they were just gonna make me look like an idiot piece of meat.
Which is your worst tattoos you could think someone could have?
The little fucking crosses.
Yeah. Jesus.
And just the little crosses and that they're just like tatted. Hashtag tatted. I'm like, I don't even consider myself tatted. I'm like, I got too much empty skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like all these girls with like the fine line. I mean, to each their own. I like bold, clearly.
Yeah.
But like the ones with the oh god.
But I think we all made some fucking weird, like, you know, experiment with tattoos too much. And I have one. Like, it's horrible, and I'm gonna show it to you. I hate it, and I can't cover it. I'm gonna fucking take the laser one day. That fuck with this fucking
the mustache.
I hate it. I was fucking, you know, like, and I said to my friend, you know what? Tattoo my hand and make deals like, and now I'm like, it's fading. No, it's fading. No,
did you get that?
And of course,
let me guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, was that between 2013 and 2016 that you got that done?
Yeah, exactly. And everyone was saying to me, can you just put your fucking index? Like, no, I don't have it. I lost a finger in a battlefield.
Yeah.
Do you have one that you regret it?
I feel kind of, but not really. Like, I have this, like, it's the artist that did it was just not having a good night. But she did, because she's a realism artist. She is incredible.
Yeah.
And she did the flower on my butt cheek, and it's beautiful. But she was just not having a good night, and did, for people who are into underground and like know Insane Clown Posse, and like they're saying like the butterfly is like a symbol in the community, and I got the butterfly, but it's not very good. And like I want to keep it just because it's like I was like, just a lot of people like I don't know, like they get like the Hatchet Man tattoo or whatever. So I'm like, okay, like I got this. It's my symbolism for that time of my life. But I'm just like,
see, that's what I like, because some people, like, I can understand, and I am the first one to cover tattoo, but because maybe they are associated with a neck, and maybe are really like a bad, like, you know, like they're fading really badly. But I think it's some tattoos that even if they look not maybe they're the best, if you're attached to them, oh, I should cover it because it's a memory of that moment, even if it's a fucking horrible. And I have
oh wait, no, sorry.
You have this kind of flowers that are the worst flower in the earth, And my tattoo, I'm sorry, like her, like her. She's an amazing tattoo artist, but I don't know what was going on. And I had to cover, unfortunately, because we tried to save two flower, and I have to cover. That's not a problem.
Yes.
One thing that you were talking about the TV show that said, of course, because I think it was the one experience that make you stronger growing up. There has been other experience in your life that make you stronger as a woman today. Of course, that you feel good to talk about. Like, I wait, there's a lot.
Uh, um, who definitely my pivoting was when I became a dancer
Okay.
and I was working at a dingy, awful place. And like the women, like I seen a woman like OD on the stairs.
Oh my god.
They were smoking meth in the like I'm a baby fresh out of high school going and working at this place.
Really?
And holy shit, did I have to grow up very fast and develop thick skin because
Yeah.
there were some crazy women there and they did not care. So
Okay.
I thankfully I never gotten into a fight, but like I've I've had stalkers, I've had just everything that you everything that's bad I experienced there, and it just like
Yeah.
toughened my skin and made me grow up and realize like okay, like I have to change everything of how I view shit, and like I'm not as safe as I think I am, and like I can't like this it's real situations, so like I
Yeah.
have to figure it out. And so
Yeah. You have to,
definitely that point in my life.
of course, like, because of course that's a tough experience. I mean, it's not easy being in this type of situation. And since there are, of course, a lot of young girls are in the world now facing different situation like this of different situation, which kind of advice would you give, like, to them, but also kind of to yourself back then, from Bati of today?
um just you're not invincible. Like you're not invincible, like everything is going to catch up to you sooner or later.
Yeah.
You don't have to I mean some people just like don't care, like I don't care about who does what for sex work, but
Yeah.
I've seen like prostitution of like all types of things, and it's like clearly like they don't want to do it, but like it's like you don't have to,
Yeah.
or it's just like I don't know, there's other ways to go about it, and it's just like it's gonna catch up.
To just,
Like if you're not like I don't like I'm trying to word this correctly, like yeah, just stick to your like just
go to stick to your own decision.
it's just like mind your business, you're not invincible, don't start shit that doesn't need to be started.
And
Just
also
like
don't do things
yes,
that you don't feel that you don't want to.
yeah, like you don't have, I would hope that you don't have to do those things
Yeah. Yeah.
essentially.
Do you have any mantra, like you say, like quotes you say to yourself during the day? Like, I don't know if like those daily affirmation or just quote you like to say to yourself.
If it's not physically hurting anybody, mind your business. Um, if it's not hurting people, mind your business. If it's hurting you, seek help.
It's true. It's like something of a less what similar to what once Aleister Crowley said. Like, if it doesn't hurt anyone, do it. Until it doesn't hurt anyone, do it. Or be free, something like that.
My my inspiration for that is just like just I'm sure you've just seen the shit show that this country has become since COVID.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And just like the two sides, and it's just like these people are bad, and because it's like bro, worry about your home, don't worry
yeah,
about the people like when you come into public, like it's a mutual ground. It's neutral. Like,
Yeah.
don't fucking worry about other people's lives, how they dress, how they look, if they want to be this, if they want to be that. It's like, okay, if you're not hurting people,
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
and I'm sure somebody can take that quote and be like, yeah, well, what about this? What about this? It's like,
yeah,
just be a good fucking person. That's
yeah.
it. If somebody's lifestyle does not go with yours and it's not hurting anybody, mind your fucking business.
Yeah,
Like,
usually do when you feel lower in motivation.
try again another day. Focus on, even if it's just like little tasks that you can just get done. Like, if it's not the big task of like, okay, I need to like sit down and write a song. That's just not going to happen today. All right, so I'll get up and clean my room. Like, I'll just get up and do that. Like, or I'll
Yeah,
go and to the store, and like just like little victories, that so I don't feel like a total piece of shit for not getting anything done today.
exactly. Okay. No, but that's true. That's I mean, that's true, and it's also a lot about it's a lot about just always be by your just do like we all coming back to the same, do your fucking business. That's it. I think you can write it. You wrote a song about it, do your fucking business. You should write a song about it. It's becoming a current mood. I quoted is it. Of course, but really, before we just can we
Yeah, that is it should
before we just go into the end, how is going?
should write a song about.
Yeah, how is going things musically? Did you are preparing something new, working on something new since we last spoke? So just to give also to the people an actual answer. We talk about different things to get to know you to the people, but I think like also it's important to always remind about your music. So just to go out and listen and go and listen also your last album, and if you're preparing something new, or we can expect something new in these upcoming months.
Don't expect anything, but I hope I can get a song out. Like, all right,
Okay.
before it shuts down again, I hope I can get a song out in the next month.
Of course, we always remind to the people that they can support you and also your music, your partner music, because there is amazing music from him too, throughout your social media and always, and also listen to your last album.
Oh yeah,
it's really deep and profound. We have a whole interview out that will be out because it will be out then. We spoke about it, and just but we just say thanks to the people that went along with this for this whatever weird interviews it was, but that's the beauty of it, talking about nothing and talking about everything.
hey, yeah, just yep. Well, thank you for bearing with me through these fantastic answers I could deliver.
I love that when are spontaneous. Thank you so much, Bati.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. Thank you for chatting with me again.
It was a really pleasure, and see you really soon somewhere in another interview. Just always let's mind our business. Thank you so much, Bati.